Hi there again, everyone. This is Dan the Mullet guitar, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about these ZT amps that we've already done one quick demo on. Interesting fact about these amplifiers is there is a CD Aux in jack on the back of the amplifier. It's about an 1/8 inch jack input. So what's interesting is that that input actually bypasses most of the preamp section. So when you're using effects processors and guitar amp modelers, it actually tends to be a little bit more beneficial to go in through right into the power amp supply of the amplifier. So what that leaves you with this amplifier is the front end can still be used with conventional pedals. You can use an AB switch and AB back to the effects processor, which goes in the back end of the amp, or a drum machine or anything else to that matter. And you can even use a small mixing board, and that will give you the ability to almost set this thing up as a mini PA / guitar amplifier. You could even run some keyboards into the back if you keep the input volume down. So I'll show you these things in stereo. They actually really come to life in stereo. It's amazing. I've got one amp turned down now. I'm going to do a little bit of chorusing just to get a true stereo effect. And the amps aren't more than a few inches apart. And I hope the video does justice to the richness of the sound that's coming out of these two things. Just going in the back end of the amp with a little bit of digital modeling from one of the various brands of modeling devices out there. I'll do another part 2 video to this thing going back in the front end, and if the video or audio quality is decent, you should be able to compare the two. But I was really amazed that the pedals sounded better going into the post preamp section of the amplifier because it's less coloration. It also bypasses the gain setting on the amps. So you really get that. It's almost like some of those amplifiers they put out way back in the day that were designed just as a preamp and speaker so that you could use the modeling devices in it. I'll run through a couple of patches here. I'm going to go up to one that's basically going to replicate an amplifier probably manufactured back in the 60s overseas. And it's to another one here is a little bit more of a clean sounding, more of a solid state type model amp. Real bright high end, and it really catches the flavor of that. And this is something maybe out of the 50s, little tubular overdriven types of. It actually keeps the interaction of the volume preamplifier amplifier thing going on, so you get that interaction and response to lowering your volume knob. The distortion goes away. Flattens up a little bit. Alright, so thanks a lot, and I'll do part 2 with the front end of the amp.